Hello everyone, welcome to the Computer Network series. Today we are going to understand something that all of us use every day, the internet. Before I begin, let me ask you a simple question. How does a WhatsApp message reach your friend within just 1 or 2 seconds? Think about it. Your friend may be in another city or sometimes another country, yet the message reaches almost instantly. Look at the picture. The picture gives you the solution. How is that possible? Today's class will answer exactly that. By the end of the session, you will understand what the internet is, why networks are needed, and what are routers and ISPs, and how information travels across the world. Now let's understand what is meant by a computer network. A computer network is nothing but it's a collection of autonomous computers interrelated by communication links. What do you mean by the word autonomous? Each computer has its own processor, own memory, and it can work completely independently. That's the meaning of autonomous. So how do I define a computer network? A computer network is defined as a collection of autonomous computers interconnected by communication links. You might seen your college LAN, your central bank data servers, the railway reservation systems. These are all real-time examples of computer networks. Fine. Now there should be a question. Why do we need networks? Before understanding the internet, let's first understand why networks exist. Imagine a college with 100 computers. Should every computer have its own printer? No, need not be. Instead, all computers can share one printer through a network. This is called resource sharing. Another reason is communication. Today, we use email, WhatsApp, video calls, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, etc. All these work because computers are connected through networks. The next is data sharing. Instead of carrying pen drive, we simply upload files to Google Drives, OneDrives, Dropbox, and we are able to access them from anywhere, is it not? Next comes remote access. Suppose you are at home but need a file from your office computer, you can remotely connect and access it. Finally, network provides entertainment like Netflix, YouTube, online games, etc. Without computer networks, none of these would be possible. Yes? Fine. Let's understand what is the internet. Many students think internet means Google. No, Google is only one service. The internet is a global network of interconnected computer networks. Notice the word network of networks. Every school has a network. Every company has a network. Bank has a network. All these networks connect together, forming one huge global network called the internet. Look at the diagram. Network A, Network B, Network C, and Network D are all connected together. That forms an internet. Yes? According to Kuros, one of the famous networking textbook, the internet consists of billions of end systems, communication links, routers, internet service providers, and protocols. Fine, let's see them one by one. End hosts or systems. Hosts are the devices used by people. Examples include laptop, desktop, smartphone, smart TV, server, etc. These are called end systems because communication starts or ends here. Number 2 is communication link. Devices must be connected together somehow. These connections are called communication links. For examples, Ethernet cable, fiber optic cable, Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G, satellite communication. Without communication links, data cannot travel. Number 3, routers. One of the most important devices in networking is the router. Think of a router as the traffic police of the internet. Its job is very simple. It receives packets, understands packets as data now. It receives packet, finds the best path, and forwards the packet. It doesn't read your messages. It simply decides which road the packet, that is the information, should take. Next comes the ISP, the Internet Service Provider. Examples includes Airtel, Jio, BSNL, ACT. Your ISP connects your home or college network to the internet. Without an ISP, your computer cannot reach the internet. Yes? Fine. Now, let's understand what is an internet and what is World Wide Web. Many people use these terms interchangeably, but they are different. The internet is the infrastructure. The World Wide Web is just one service running on top of the internet. Imagine a road. The road is the internet. Cars traveling on the road are web pages. Without roads, cars cannot move. Similarly, without the internet, the World Wide Web cannot exist. Fine. Now let us take a simple example of how information travels. Let's answer today's first question. Suppose you open www.google.com. What happens? Step 1. Your browser creates a request. It says, I want Google's web page. Step 2. The request is divided into many small pieces called packets. So imagine packets as information now. Why? Because sending one huge file is inefficient. Small packets travel faster. Step 3. The packets reach your router. The router decides which path each packet should take. Done. Step 4. Packets travel through many routers across the internet. Interestingly, different packets may take different routes. Step 5. Google server receives all the packets. Step 6. Google sends the web page back. Again, the web page is divided into packets, travels through routers, and finally reaches your browser. Within milliseconds, Google appears on your screen. Yes? So this is how information travels. The key concept, one of the most important concepts in networking, is packet switching. Don't worry, we'll be learning packet switching, circuit switching in detail. Instead of sending one large block, the data is divided into many small packets. Each packet will have the source address, destination address, and a sequence number. Packets may travel along different paths. At the destination, they are rearranged in the correct order. This method makes communication faster, more reliable, and efficient. Fine. Let us do this small activity. Number 1. Name 3 devices that are hosts. What could be 3 devices that are hosts? Laptops, your phones, desktops. Number 2. What is the role of a router? Router simply forwards packets through the best path. How is the path found? Never mind. Just today's scope, we'll understand that router forwards packets through the best path. Number 3. Why do we need an ISP? We need an ISP to connect to the internet. Number 4. Is www the same as the internet? No, they are different. Number 5. Give one example of a communication link. It could be fiber optics, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G, etc. Yes? Done. What are the key takeaways of today's session? We learned computer network's definition. A computer network is a collection of interconnected computers. Interconnected autonomous computers. The internet is a network of networks. The World Wide Web is only one internet service. The routers forward packets. The ISPs provide internet connectivity. Data travels in the form of packets using packet switching. When you send a WhatsApp message to your friend, now can you identify the journey of the message? If so, mention the devices and components involved from your phone until it reaches your friend's phone. Fine? Happy learning. Thank you.